do that. We want to have all the Hall of Famers that are here come up and sit in our Ring of Fame here. In 1979, Maxine Dilsaver Mellon, inducted in 1979. Gordon Banquet, inducted in 1983. Mark Jensen, inducted in 1987. Jody Barton, 1988. Debbie Christensen, 1988. Mr. Mark Lewis, 1988. Our own Donna Stark, 1991. Melba Reed, 1994. Bill Stucco, 1994. I hope I didn't mess up too much. Dale Frazier, 1996. Rick Steelsmith, 1998. Tommy Jensen, 2001. Gene Diller, 2002. Loretta Hoffman, 2004. Maggie Blecka, 2004. William Hand, 2006. Joel Newman, 2006. Millie Schrock, 2007. Mr. George Keane, 2007. Gary Armstrong, 2008. Cindy Vatican, 2009. Mr. Dennis Neal, 2009. Here we go. Mr. Joe Rocco, 2010. Mr. Chad Murphy, 2010. Mr. Billy Murphy, 2010. Mr. Ronnie Walshak, 2010.
I just asked him if he remembered when we used to stand up here without needing these. And he did. It was 2004 the last time I stood at this podium, and I was receiving the award that I'm getting ready to bestow upon a very fine lady here this evening. I appreciate this. Our first inductee into the 2011 Hall of Fame class is Darlene Poe, who is right there. Started her bowling career in 1959 at Bowlaway. She is still bowling. This fall, when she goes to league, will be her 53rd year bowling. She was an all-star in the 96-97 season. Her high game was a 265, her high series a 666, which she bowled at Rose Bowl East. She has been very instrumental with women's bowling here in town. She is the reason that I now get to bowl on the Women's Senior Travel League. When the men were traveling, the women were like, huh. So she decided to try to get the the wives of the husbands, so they could all bowl together. She started with 3 teams. Now she has 10 teams, 5 strong. She's been the secretary of that league since 1995. She also did something back in the day when smoking was allowed. She went to Derek and said, I'd kind of like to start a non-smoking league for seniors. It was kind of scoffed at the time. In 1998, she started with 8 teams, and today, 13 years later, every Thursday morning, she puts 24 lanes of bowlers on. And that's pretty cool, Darlene. They said they couldn't do it. She also has been secretary forever, it seems like. She started her secretary career in Beach Bowl, which we know is no longer there, with the Women's League and the Mixed League. She served on the WWBA And I can say that because she did not rerun when we went to USBC for 13 years. And during that time, she pretty much served on every committee, as a chair, as a worker, you name it, she did it. To me, that's pure volunteerism at its best. Also, when we had the tournament come to town, the national tournament, she was the chairwoman for the annual meeting committee, which did the opening ceremonies and memorial service down at Century 2 when we had the convention down there. She also had 13 women working with her, sewing and doing a special deal opening day ceremonies. Vivian, I think, had something to do with that at the time. She has bowled in 40 state tournaments, which got her a pin and her Grand Duchess Award in 2004. She bowled in 18 national tournaments, been a delegate to nationals and state and all of that good stuff. She told me she was really kind of nervous. So let's please welcome, under the category of meritorious service, Miss Darlene Poe, our first inductee this evening to the Hall of Fame.
What an honor. I never thought I would be up here talking to you all, and I have former Hall of Famers sitting right here close. And it's just been wonderful. It's been a wonderful evening. I want to thank the committee for putting my name in and selecting me for this honor. I want to thank Bob and Pat Mercer for staying over another day so I can talk to them, or they're here to kind of keep me going. I don't know what else to say. I think she said about everything. I can reminisce back when I bowled way back there. I remember bowling about the first time at a bowling alley downtown. While I was in high school, a few of us went there, and it was the recreation bowl. If I remember correctly, I don't know if you recall that. It was upstairs, Broadway, Market, one of those streets. Back then, they had some of these centers upstairs. Now, I don't know how you guys and gals that carry a bag with 2 or 3 balls made it, but I know Seneca Bowl was upstairs. They had pin setters way back then. The recreation bowl was way up the flight of steps, and I think one of them was downstairs, down in town somewhere. But I recall bowling in about 20 different bowling centers here in this area. Believe it or not, we had about that many. I was listing them, and some are, of course, still here, and a lot of them have gone. I remember, of course, Bowl Away. That's where I first started. And 59 to 60. And then I bowled out on West Kellogg. The Frontier Lanes is a family center that had all kinds of other activities. I think it had ice skating. And that was on West Kellogg. And there was that deluxe bowl on 2nd Street and Playmore. The score deals hung low. And I know I didn't like it up there because I had to duck down because I was so tall, and I didn't like that center at all. It had posts down the middle. So we've gone a long way in our bowling. There was a Crestview Bowl with North on 21st Street, a Fireside, Sky Bowl, 13th Street, Flight Lanes, and of course I live in Hayesville, and I did bowl in Hayesville, and it started out Peach Bowl, and then it was the Score Lanes, and then it was Hayesville Bowl, and then I believe they put a factory in there. So I never thought it would be a bowling center again. but it turned out to be a bowling center again before it shut down. And I was secretary of some leagues there. And I know when I was laid off from bowling, I bowled there, and I don't know how I got that secretary job for that short period of time, but I was secretary in a daytime ladies league. I guess I gotta learn to say no. Let somebody else learn. I have 3 leagues coming up again, the Travel League and Seneca Bowl. These are senior leagues. And Derby Bowl. And is my time up? My mouth's getting so dry now I can't hear y'all. I think that's long enough, because I think we're supposed to limit it to about 5 minutes. And I think I've gone over 5 minutes.
Congratulations, Darlene, there is your plaque. Welcome to the Hall of Fame.